regulators are now framing policies that will make sure that we have a holistic approach towards this one commodity. And that is why having options in gold becomes that much more important.
It's a great beginning, and I'm sure this venture will be extremely useful and successful as far as the trade is concerned.
Well, that was the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley launching the most awaited gold options trading on the multi-commodity exchange today on the auspicious occasion of Dhanteras. While we do know about that India's never-ending craze for the yellow metal, but what is its significance on Dhanteras? Well, gold is an intrinsic part of the Indian culture and is considered as a symbol of purity and prosperity. And talking of prosperity, let's look at the kind of returns that gold has given during the festival of Diwali in last many years. In 2011, the gold gave returns of 38%. In 2012, we were up by 15%. The returns during 2013 to 2015 were negative, and that is because of the various global cues. However, in 2016, gold gained its sheen, giving about 18% returns yet again. People buy gold in different forms like bars, coins, jewelry, derivatives, ETFs, and the bonds as well. And now there's another investment tool on the block, the gold options. The Finance Minister Arun Jaitley today launched options trading on 1 kg futures contracts of the gold on the Multi-Commodity Exchange of India. India's first ever commodity options contract that is to trade. To boost participation in options contracts, MCX has decided to waive transaction charges until December 31st of this year. The exchange has also reached out to industry players such as refiners, importers, manufacturers and small jewelers to push the cause of the options contract. The exchange may look to launch other options contract as and when there is regulatory framework and that is ready. After discussing it with the entire value chain, the bourse also launched its mobile application, which will let people know the option prices with a lag of up to 2 minutes. So while we have deliberated on the benefits of this new financial instrument, what is the interest and excitement seen among the investors? We have with us the Managing Director and CEO of MCX, Mrugank Paranjape, with us. Mrugank, hi, thank you very much for joining us today. But before we begin our conversation, let's once again listen to Finance Minister Arun Jaitley's comments during the launch today.
This marks a very important evolution in the trade of the yellow metal itself. It hedges all risks for those dealing in gold by giving them the options of the future. And one of the efforts of the entire system has been consistently through policy formulation to formalize this trade also. And I'm sure the more it formalizes itself, the better it is for consumers, the better it is for the jewelers, better it is for those trading in this.
Well, those are very positive statements, of course, coming in from the Finance Minister. But Mrugank, thank you so much for joining us. What is your first reaction to the kind of moves that MCX has seen? I would really want to start with that on how have you read the recent numbers? Now that we have a new financial instrument, would you say that the exchange's prospects really increase from here on?
So I think this quarter's results reiterate some of the messages that we have been reiterating to our viewers, to our investors, and to everyone. One, that we've seen a healthy growth in the ADT, 17%, and that growth is reflected in our operating income going up by almost about 14%. The second thing which we have been maintaining to everybody is that we will and we have demonstrated that our costs are well under control. So compared to the last quarter, on the costs which are not linked to revenues, those have in fact gone down by a couple of percentage points. So on a quarter-on-quarter basis, our profits are up, net profit is up about 10%, EBITDA margin as well is up 10%. So we see this as a trend that we hope we will be able to continue for the rest of the year as well.
Well, absolutely. And as we get into the new year and a new quarter, Mrugank, as you said, the options launch, I mean, that is a big deal today on a very auspicious day as well. What is your sense and what are the expectations on the exchange with this new financial instrument?
Okay, so I think let's just start with what all of us are looking forward to on the auspicious day of Dhanteras. On Tuesday, the Honorable Finance Minister has very kindly agreed to inaugurate our contract. Given the intensive engagement we've had with the entire bullion segment over the last couple of months, we are really confident of a good launch to this product. And we hope that we will be able to demonstrate to the market, to the regulators, that options is a good contract to have. And basis that, go back and seek more approval. So I think from a product perspective, the strategy is going to be to make sure that we succeed here in the options launch on the gold side, and then ready ourselves for at least 5 or 6 more based on the eligibility criteria, whether it is silver, crude, natural gas, zinc, copper, cotton, etc. So all of these we will ready ourselves and look forward to launching them. Hopefully by the end of the financial year, we want to have all the options products really approved and hopefully launched immediately thereafter. In terms of the futures platform, I think we will look at opportunities arising out of the GST. It is definitely making interstate movement of goods extremely easy, and the whole tax treatment is now uniform. So that is throwing up some very interesting possibilities, especially in the base metal space, and we are looking at some deliverable contracts there. So those are the new contracts that you could see from the exchange in the next couple of months on the future side as well. And on participation, I think we've had a good start on the institutional side with AIFs coming in. We are confident that we will be able to add more of them onto the exchange. And then we are hopeful that, just like SEBI has done in the first 6 months of this year, in terms of a slew of sort of regulatory reforms and really, great leap forward, we expect mutual funds and later PMS to be approved as well. And that's what you would see in terms of our platform as the new participants that we expect to come in. Last but not the least, and I think I must add this one, we were wanting that bank subsidiaries should be allowed to distribute derivative products and commodities. We wanted banks to be able to offer clearing services in our segment, and we are very, very happy that RBI allowed that in the last week of September. So we are hopeful that the overall clearing as well as distribution space will also see a big expansion in the next couple of quarters.
Well, absolutely, Mrugank. The wish list, of course, is long, but on this very auspicious day of Dhanteras, how would you, since you have decided to launch gold options today, what is your sense, the relevance of Dhanteras and gold with it? How do you yourself see it?
So I think, Manisha, for a market which, and as you all know, we started trading commodity derivatives in 2003 in November. So 14 years this market has waited for a new instrument. And we definitely wanted to make sure that we do it on a day which will be a memorable day for all of us, not just because it's a new instrument, but it will become much more memorable because we get somebody who is really the leading light when it comes to the reforms happening in India in the financial sector. And then it happens on a day where we all associate it with an activity which marks a new beginning, a new investment. So I think in all that sense, the timing worked out very well for us. We were really very happy with the Finance Minister agreeing to do this inaugural for us. And more importantly, the fact that we could do it on such a good day. So Dhanteras will bring for all our investors, for all our participants, we are very sure a great year in terms of their investments, in terms of their trading. And we hope that this new instrument will add to the array of risk as well as trading opportunities that people are looking forward to.
All right, Mrugank, I have so much more to talk about this new financial instrument, about gold, about Dhanteras, and your expectations on the participation going forward. But we have to take a very short break. We'll return on the other side.